Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So in today's video, me and Cheimaa wanted to share with you guys our personal experience attending an English Cegep.
So before I talk about my personal experience at Champlain College, I need to give you guys a little bit of background which will explain how I ended up attending Champlain College and why. So when I was in elementary school during my last year, I enrolled in the option immersion, which is basically you do half of the year in French and the other half in English. I'm really happy that I did immersion because it has helped me so much to learn in English, to understand English, and I had such an amazing experience. You end up understanding English and speaking fluently, which is such a relief, which helped me a lot. And I think it's so important in today's time to be able to handle your French and your English pretty well, and I really encourage you guys to do it if ever you have the chance. My last year of high school, I had to decide what college, what Cegep I wanted to attend. I didn't know yet what I wanted to do in life, so I had many options, Plus, I was like, do I attend an English college? Do I attend a French one? But I was really open about all of the options.
So honestly, always knew I wanted to attend an English Cegep because I was really bad in French in high school. So my choice was mostly influenced by my bad grades in French. And also my dad went to the same English Cegep as me and he loved it there. So I felt that maybe I should try it out. I know that many students in high school are stressed about switching from French to English, but I felt like my transition was pretty easy for me since I listened to a lot of English content at home. I always felt that my English was way stronger than my French, even though I have still an accent, and I still feel that I can speak much better French, but I can write easily in English. That was what motivated me to go to an English Cegep. And when I arrived to Cegep, I loved it. I'm telling you guys, it's so fun because you're arriving and you don't know anybody, well, except the people you do know from your high school, but often you don't know most of the people in your class, which is awesome because you meet new people, you make new connections. It's really important, you guys, to make friends in your first semester. I can't stress this enough because the people you meet in your first semester are often the people you're gonna stick with for the rest of your Cegep. Based on my personal experience, I met one of my best friends, Fred, in my first semester English class. We both struggled in that class since we were coming from a French high school. We didn't know really the structure of an English essay. It's really different from the French essays the government made us do. So we really connected on just struggling in that class and helping each other out pass it. It was so funny just having a partner in your class, knowing helping you out and stuff. So I really recommend you guys making friends in your courses because making friends in your classes will change everything for you guys. I'm telling you, if you miss a class, they're there to let you know what was going on in that class, what were their notes, what is the homework for next class. So it's really important to have a friend in class. Based on my personal experience, you need to make friends in your first semester. Cegep is gonna change your life. It's like, honestly, Cegep is like college. You may make your best friends there.
So yeah, what I love the most about Champlain College is the fact that it is a small college and there isn't much people. There's like 2,000 students, which is super great because I didn't want to go in a huge college. I was already so stressed about the fact that it's a new environment and I didn't want to get lost or anything in the school. So I was pretty thrilled about this fact. When there's a lot of people, I just feel insecure all of a sudden. I don't know why. I started going to classes there. It was pretty simple. At Champlain College, we have in the center, we have the bendering, which is where you get to hang out during your breaks, to stay there with your friends, you get to, you know, study if you want. We also have the cafeteria, and we have the library that is upstairs. It's not hard to find like the library, the cafeteria.
I know most of you guys coming out of high school are concerned about the workload in Cegep, and based on my experience, I feel like the workload compared to a high school was much bigger. Most of the time your assignments are going to be pretty small assignments, but you need to make those 2% assignments count, because those 2% assignments will help you get a better grade overall. If you manage to get 100% is in those tiny assignments, they're worth it at the end, I'm telling you guys. Just a tip, really focus on those assignments. Try to get 100% or a high grade on those assignments, because that will benefit you in the long run. When you're trying to get a good grade in a class, you really need to focus on the tiny assignments and make your way up to getting those high grades also in the paper and in the exams. So yeah, that's just a little trick for you guys. The biggest changes in the workload is, well, it's essays, because it's a lot of research and you need to prepare your essays in advance. Prepare your research in advance. Try to take notes on everything you read about. I did that. I classified everything by page number. It's really easier for you guys to get ahead of your classes if you're really organized with your assignments, papers, and exams. So you really need to keep track of your assignments, be organized, manage your time properly, because the workload is intense, especially if you have 7 or 8 classes. It's a pretty big leap from what you had in high school.
Now, about my experience attending Champlain College. When I started attending Champlain College, not gonna lie, it was not super easy, because I was still speaking only in French, like with people, with my friends, so I did not practice my English, so I was a little bit anxious about like my accent. Honestly, like no one has judged me about my English, no one has said anything. People were super nice, super friendly, so yeah, at first it was pretty hard, I would say. I remember I started at 8 a.m. My first class was at 8 a.m. in the month of August, and like the teacher came into class after the students, and she was like, oh my god, like poor you guys, it's so beautiful outside and you get to like sit here so early, like during August. But yeah, she was super cool about it. Of course, we had no choice, you know, to go to school, so what can we say about that? And I really had to adapt myself, you know, tell myself, okay, you need to speak in English, you need to practice your English, it's really important. Now that you're in English college, it just pushed me to really achieve that goal, and it worked pretty well. After like the first 2 weeks, I would say I was pretty comfortable speaking English with people, with my teachers, with friends that I made there. So when you go to college, it's really important to socialize. So if ever you like miss a class, you have someone to whom you can ask to take notes and pictures of the notes, you know, so that you're not so behind on the material in class. It's also at Champlain College, it's so where I made very good friends, and one of them is whom I consider like my best friend, and I'm really happy that I met this person. She's so amazing.
At my CEGEP, the classes are shorter than the ones at other CEGEPs, because we have 2 of the same class each week. So we have classes that range from an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours, and sometimes you can get a class that is 3 hours, but I think that's pretty rare at my CEGEP. But I know that at other CEGEP, the classes are often just a block of 4 hours, so you just have that class 1 time a week, but we have ours 2 times a week. I prefer shorter classes and having them 2 times a week, because it's easier for me to concentrate on a class for only an hour and 15 minutes rather than 4 hours. And so for classes on my CEGEP, we have different schedule than other CEGEPs, because I know that at other CEGEPs they only have their classes once per week, but we have ours twice per week. For example, I have two English classes per week, ranging from I think it's 2-hour classes, but we only stay in the class for about an hour and 30 or an hour and 45 minutes. And then we have even shorter classes for like anthropology, sociology, and stuff. And I really prefer smaller classes because I think that it's easier for you guys to concentrate throughout the whole class rather than having a 4-hour class that you have to sit there. For the professors, I really didn't have a bad professor in my Cegep experience because I love talking to my professors. It's one thing that I really remember from Cegep. Me and Cheimaa, we love talking to our professors, going to the office hours, asking questions. You really need to get a good relationship to your professors because they are there to help you guys out, pass those classes, answer the questions and stuff. So it's really important for you guys to keep a good relationship with your professors. The last thing I'm gonna talk to you guys about for Cegep and our experience at Cegep is attendance, because I know that skipping class, based on my experience, is often not as rewarding as you think it is. So attending every class is really important because you never know when you're missing out on important material or missing out on a mini quiz that you didn't know about. So it's really important for you guys to go to every class, try to make the most of the class, ask questions, be interactive with the class. And also it's really important to go to your classes because in some schools like mine, they have a 3-class policy where you're not allowed to miss 3 or more classes. And if you do miss 3 or more classes, you will often be kicked out of that class and fail that class. So it's really important for you guys to know that attending your class is really important for your success in Cegep.
For sure, it's a new environment, a new language, you have to like adapt, but honestly, it's so possible and I know all of you guys are capable. If I did it, anybody can do it, to be honest. What's cool about Champlain College is that you have so many activities and you have the clubs, you have activities, and sometimes you have Krispy Kreme, donuts free, you have Mr. Puffs. It's really nice to have these activities because it's a way for students to like relax and really enjoy your time here and not just focus on school, on grades, on classes. So it's really nice and I encourage you guys to really get involved and help around. So I had a very great journey. I loved everything about the college, to be honest. I had such a great teachers that really impacted my life and changed the way I would see things and helped me get better. I got to like talk to them about other stuff than just school, you know, about life in general, which is super fun and I'm really grateful about that. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have some other video recommendations, you can write it down below, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.